Hey everyone, it's Sean with Red Arrow Industries, and today I want to talk about catching incorrect aspect ratios in television and films. Videos come in all shapes and sizes, from standard definitions 4:3, HD 16:9, our cell phone's vertical aspect, and everything in between. With all of these different formats and medias, it can be hard to keep up with all of the aspect ratios when mixing different footage into the same project, sometimes causing footage to look very squashed and stretched out. And you know what? Even some of the top editors in the world make mistakes like this. Here are a few examples of what I'm talking about. First up, the middle. Here's a quaint little comedy that's been running since 2009, where in the opening sequence they give a little backstory and history about Indiana using archive footage.
Proud home of Little Betty snack cakes?
Right here we see footage of a monster truck rally, and if you look closely, you'll notice the wheels on this monster truck aren't perfectly round. It's stretched too far horizontally. It should look like real-world wheels instead of cartoon wheels taking off. See the difference? Next, Cheerios. This was a nationally broadcasted commercial in prime time using a compilation of videos from YouTube. And for the most part, they're all fine. Though I'm not sure why some of the split screens are 3 different sizes, but that's a different subject. On this particular shot, we have a baby with a very squashed head, but only in the center image. Yet all of the other babies seem to look fine, so why just this one in the middle? Well, my guess is because of the Cheerio at the bottom. In order to get all of the baby's head in frame and the Cheerio, the image had to be smushed down. But that gives our child star here a very oblong-shaped head. Why not just cut a little bit of the head off frame to show the Cheerio instead of making him look like Hey Arnold? It's hard to believe that a company like General Mills spends around $150 million a year for TV ads and still makes such a rookie mistake like this. Now I want cereal.
Gentlemen.
Last up, The Phantom of the Opera. I'll admit this film is a guilty pleasure for me. Do not judge. And I was in high school when it was released. And even then, my young, inexperienced brain told me something was wrong with a particular scene. Looking at it now, I know what it was.
This is as far as I dare go.
Towards the end of the movie, our protagonist Ralph falls through a trap door into a pool of water where a large iron gate starts slowly coming down on him. You'll notice throughout this entire scene, the video is stretched. But to be fair, it's on every underwater shot, so it can pass off as a water effect. But the problem is on this shot, where the camera is underwater with Rao and follows him when he reaches the surface. As the camera comes out of the water, the stretched effect is still on the last part of the shot, making Rao's head look like a flattened basketball. It's even more painfully obvious when the next shot they cut to is a front shot of him in the correct aspect ratio, which makes him look like an actual human again. Now, I'm not knocking The Phantom of the Opera or even the TV show The Middle, and by George, I love Cheerios, but as editors, we are the last line of defense when it comes to fixing issues like this. Sure, not everyone watching is going to catch some of these things or even think about them, but to those who are truly invested, it's mistakes like these that send a signal to our brain saying, that wasn't right, and really disconnects them from the lore they're supposed to get lost in. So please, to all fellow editors out there, pay attention and be sure to correct simple mistakes like this, because if we don't fix them, who will? Where have you seen mistakes like this? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. You can also check us out on Facebook at Red Arrow Industries or on our website at redarrowindustries.com.